Hello everybody and welcome to Immediate Meteorology. In this video we'll be talking about a massive heat wave that is currently going on for the south central and southwest United States. Before the video starts, if you like weather content like this, please hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss an upload. Let's jump right in. So this is a very big heat wave that is going on currently for places like Arizona, California, and Nevada, and even stretching into places like New Mexico and Texas. Temperatures are reaching to a scorching 120 and 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be around 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. So very, very hot temperatures there. Here is our drought monitor. We do have the drought monitor covering some of the areas that are having a big excessive heat wave. So the fact that they're not going to get rain and they're having a drought is a bad thing because rain and storms usually cool the air down, but in this case that won't be able to happen. Here is our current hazards. The only hazards we have are non-precipitation, like we have a red flag warning in effect, excessive heat warnings in effect, and heat advisories in effect. Our heat warnings are going all the way up, excessive heat warnings are going all the way up into Oregon and Washington State. And then we even have some red flag warnings and heat advisories for places like Montana and Idaho. But our main area that we're focusing on in terms of heat is that really big area of purple there for California, Arizona, and southern Nevada. I was looking up on my weather app what the weather was like for places like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Phoenix, Arizona, and they are currently under, once again, excessive heat warnings, and it said that temperatures could reach all the way up to 130 to 40 degrees, which is very, very hot. So if any of you live there, if any of you are even out of the warning and just outside, stay inside. I know you might want to go outside, go to the pool, but it's so hot that the pool is going to warm up. So anything that you're going to try and do, you're going to exhaust it, you can overheat, you can pass out, and we obviously don't want that to happen. Now we're going to take a look at our maximum temperatures for the next, I'm pretty sure I put 4 days. Here is today's. We have, in the grayish colors, I guess, we have the max here on this model is actually 120 degrees, and we do have a 120 degrees. However, it's going higher than 120 degrees in areas like that. It's going even all the way up to, like I said, 130 to 140 degrees. And remember, I'm saying this in Fahrenheit. Obviously, if that was in Celsius, that would be way too hot. But yeah, very, very hot temperatures for the next week or so. Here is tomorrow's maximum temperatures. Basically no difference, just a little bit cooler maybe, but only by 5 degrees. Still very hot, so even if you're in those white shades, it's going to be very hot for you, especially in those gray shades. In 2 days, we do have some pretty good cooling down. Not for the areas in gray, but for places like Oregon, Washington, and a little bit of California and Nevada. By now, the excessive heat has moved a little bit more southward, but still very hot temperatures up to 120, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And then finally, day 4 maximum temperatures, basically the same thing. I'm not going to say anything. There's literally no difference. So for the next week or so, as this goes on, this will become very severe, and it can damage your body if you go outside for too long. Also, just a little thing I recommend, if you have your car parked outside, if you have a garage or something like that, or any place you can park it inside, go ahead and do that, because if you're going to drive anywhere, then you don't want to sit in going into your car as it's scorching hot in there and you have to wait like 10 or 15 minutes for the AC to cool it down. So I suggest you either put a visor cover on your windows, which I know some people have, especially if you live in those areas. A lot of people probably have it since they know it's always very hot. But still, even if you haven't parked inside a garage, garages are always hot and you usually don't have air conditioning. Alright, so here is our 2-day precipitation accumulation. You can see there's basically no precipitation in the areas of that excessive heat. We do have some very tiny bits of rain there for southern Arizona near the excessive heat warning, but even still, that won't make any difference. It's just going to stay very hot. So if we did have a lot of precipitation here, it would be cooler, but however, we don't, and in general, those areas usually don't get precipitation too much. And then here is our maximum wind gust. This doesn't really tie in with the heat, however, it does tie in with fire. What could happen is you can see those very high wind gusts actually for Arizona and California, and even some up there for Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State. Very high gusty winds, all the way up to 40, even in some of those yellow shades there, 50 mile per hour and not winds. So if a fire starts with this excessive heat, it could spread very fast with these high wind gusts, especially there for Arizona. So if you live in any of these areas, make sure anything that could catch on fire is inside or anything like that, because if something catches on fire and you're not able to put it out, it's going to spread very quickly if you're in those high wind regions. Here is an image I found on Twitter. This is actually from Canada.ca/weather, but it still shows the excessive heat warnings. Here is a lot of excessive heat warnings actually for Canada, so they are getting some very high heat. I wanted to show you this because the fact that they are getting some very big heat waves there too, and they're usually cooler, that's kind of a big thing for how big this massive heat wave is. That's why in the title I specifically put massive, or else I just would have put heat wave. Finally, we're going to look at our 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook. Above average temperatures, even up into Utah, basically for all the Four Corners states. California isn't much in that darker red or orange area, but still very high above normal temperatures there. Here is our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. For Arizona there, we have a shade of sort of pink this time actually. And then last time how we only had the darker orangish red. But we do still have that all around for the Four Corner states, reaching just a tiny bit into California and Nevada. Here is our 1 month temperature probability outlook. This is also saying that we could have very high temperatures for the rest of the month. And in fact, the month does end in about a week. Actually 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. So this month ends in about 2 weeks, and actually in meteorology, fall starts in 2 weeks. Fall starts September 1st, so we will be out of summer for you cold lovers out there like me. Let's be excited about that. And then here is our 3 month temperature outlook. Obviously, this isn't always correct because, one, it's showing that the whole United States will be in above normal temperatures for the next 3 months, even into fall. So this would basically be until Halloween. We just have no cooler, no normal, just above. And if you heard what I just said, that does not sound realistic at all. But it would be realistic for places like the South Central U.S. and the Southwest U.S. With that, I thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss an upload. Today is Monday. My next upload will be on Wednesday unless anything severe happens. Most likely there won't be anything because the tropics are kind of a little bit quiet right now. We do have 2 storms, what's possible to develop, but that will be around the end of the week. So with that, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.